It's the Cable
A little Ragavan bugger. Fast Bond is very much in the cube, yeah. That's vintage cube, baby. Fast Bond is like I feel like that's the main reason Zergan Orb's in. Fast Bond combos. Yeah, the Ragman cometh. Fast Bond combo. Yeah, we do that sometimes. Just run back Nadu. I think it's the best card in this pack by a lot. Yeah, alright. Give me the damn bird. In a team draft, you might consider Bowmasters. Oh, because then you for sure get a Mox to one of your teammates. That's not a crazy idea, I guess. Whereas if your teammate gets a third pick Bowmasters, they may or may not be able to use it. This is a hell of a pack, huh? There's Trop, Scalding Tarn, and Delighted Halfling here for us. I think we're just going to take the Trop. Into a fetch. Perfect. If the fetch wasn't here, we'd be on the QB. Red has not appeared very open. It seems like someone is gobbling up all the red cards. So this Ragavan might not be happening. Thinking about Ancient Tomb. Thinking about Lutri. Well, Springheart's certainly a thing. Well, if we are considering Rug, loot is in those colors. Always loot. Passed that channel earlier, and here's Ulamog. Then we grab this district. The Guy's Cradle's an option. I haven't been super thrilled with Guy's Cradle recently. XR Kun thinks the Sob thinks the 45 months. Very possible I was still supposed to grab it with this Springheart and then to go there. Token producers. There's a solid number of token producers. I've just had Cradle be worse than a land a lot in the last, few seasons. It's tanked dramatically for me. And now the commercial district is, making our mana look actually good. That's pretty nice. Has loot been a good addition to the cube? Yeah, I'm not super thrilled about any 3-color cards in this cube, but I do like that one. If they're going to have them, I think loot belongs. It's a powerful card. Why don't you like 3-color cards? Because they're often not, because the single and the 2-color cards, like Nadu is more powerful than all the fucking 3-color cards in this cube. Fourth Aerolingus is more powerful than all the 3-color cards in this cube. Typically, a 3-color card would be like a fence post that's like an incentive to play that color combination. And so, which they used to be. Like, Leovold used to be like, oh shit, I'll just be like fucking Bug Tradebinder. And this Leovold will be worth warping my mana base and my other picks around. And these days, that's not the case. They've been so many more busted 2-color cards in the cube. And it's often better to warp your mana base around playing, 2 of them than a 3-color card or whatever. So it's they tend to go very late. Because nobody wants to build around them. Because nobody wants to sacrifice their mana base. Or X amounts of pick towards their mana base. When they're just not worth it, right? There's just better cards in the cube. Yeah, they're more of an afterthought. They're not like a incentive to play those colors anymore. They're like, oh, I can play that. Like when we saw the loot here. No consideration for the Crucible effect with the Lumberjack. Well, the thing about the Crucible effect is that it's pretty fucking slow most of the time. We do have a fetch and we do have a Lumberjack. Those are 2 good reasons to take a Crucible. And then if you ended up with a Strip Mine later, that could be cool. But one thing that we do know also plays well with a Lumberjack is a Questing Beast. You can fucking play it. And the Questing Beast will be very good with my curves, even if I don't have a Lumberjack. Unlike the Crucible. Now there's a Crucible effect that does something. In fact, I'm going to draft it. It would probably come back. Like, we got that Lumberjack super late, and the Commercial District was fairly late. But it's just much better than all of these other cards. If we weren't drafting it, it would be like on Ponder, I think. This way we'll take it, and then probably wheel the Yavimaya, and the Yavimaya will be good with the Lumberjack, right? And the nice thing about Ren 6, unlike that Crucible effect, is that if we're not recurring lands, it's still good. It's still pinging stuff. Still upticking, threatening, and ult. Wow. So I don't see Tinker working in our deck. Counterspell's a little rough, but it's probably the best card in our colors. You could take Skydiver for the sideboard. I wonder if I should just be grabbing that bear, huh? Something that I really enjoy doing in red-green is giving that bear double strike. Yeah, I don't think I want to worry about counterspell. Let's just bear him. Yeah, right? Now we just need a Death Grader champion. Currently, we're a little light on Nadu enablers. Probably supposed to grab that Verge. Shadow Spear is a really clunky Nadu enabler. But it pairs well with, like, the bear or the Questing Beast. Or the Loot. Make it a 3/5 trampling double striker. And I'm just grabbing the Verge. I'm going to take Plague on here. A lot of nice potential wheels. I think Copperline Gorge wouldn't be crazy. Or Generous Ent. Plagon's been one of my favorite additions to the cube, and it is at its best in a Nadu shell. I don't think I want Time Twister. I actually, like, these are all fine cards, and I don't think I want any of them. I think I'm grabbing the Brainstorm. The Psychic Frog's the best card in the pack by a country mile. But I really don't want to add another color. We have that Recurring Nightmare. Maybe I should have grabbed the Archon earlier and just been 4-color Reanimator. You wish Plagon was Modern legal? What would you do with Plagon and Modern? Coco into it? Ooh, a Hedge Maze. Oh shit, what up? Director Dodd. Thanks to the sod, thanks to the 27 months. Hey, Sentinel plays well here. Arena of Glory is good with the bear. The 64-person queue will not fire without 64 people. Yeah, I joined it, but it's only like half. Yeah, it's just not going to. Not from here. Yep, there's the copper line, as anticipated. Awkward thing about copper line is that it's not a forest. I thought I was looking for Yavimaya. I might have missed it on the wheel. Beast of a deck here. So if you can turn to it off Lumberjack, Minsk and Boo is better than Broadside. In pretty much every other spot, Broadside is better. I think I'm going to take the Minsk and Boo. One of the reasons that that I typically take Broadside over Minsk and Boo, like as far as a pack one pick one, is that Minsk and Boo is committing you to playing red-green, but we're already red-green, so that's not a downside. I don't think Minsk is fallen enough to be wheelable. Maybe I'm wrong, but I assume somebody would grab it to try and splash. How greedy would this Broadside be? Not very. I mean, they're very close in terms of power level. Yeah, I think that pick's very interesting. Very low confidence pick from my end. I guess I'm drafting a Mana Drain. Breeding Pool's good, but like we already have 2 Trop effects to fetch up. Oh, let's throw a Force of Will in here. Hell yeah. This deck just got so much better. Mana Leak for Stomping Ground. We're going to take the Cub. Cub and Soul Cauldron both play well with Nadu. The Soul Cauldron also being good with loot, I suppose. But not much else in the deck. Wouldn't have hated another fetch. I'm going to grab this Wasteland. Sometimes it plays well with the Wrenn and 6. The Lightning Greaves? Yeah, Lightning Greaves would win gas. Do I want yet another Surveil land, or do I want a Mana Dork? Oh shit, what up? Hey, Duke Wiggles. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for 75 months. Yeah, we have some Nadu synergies. It's like Sentinel, Plagon, Scythecat Cub, Springheart Nantuku, and the clunky Shadow Spear equips. Looks like a Noble Heart to me. The Worldly Tutor is almost interesting. I'd much prefer a Green Sun here, but I need like 2 more playables. We certainly have some filler we could jam. I think there was one pack coming up with like triple red card. I can probably play this. This is the latest fucking Attracts I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, I guess Reanimator was just open, I might main deck this Terra Sunday, even without black mana. Kind of an impressive card. Good red cards. No, a lot of the we don't have any removal, right? So like somebody was taking all the lightning bolts and chain lightnings and stuff. And we took Minsc and Boo over Broadside. I'm going to try and keep track of where Broadside would have been better than the Minsc. It won't settle which is better, but it might help give us an idea about which is actually better in this shell, which I should have taken here. A hint towards it anyway. This is 9 green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red, 7 blue. It's about right. You're not mana draining on 2 very often. You have the Noble Hierarch, I guess. I really don't want to go to 8 green, but it could just be 888. Yeah, we want more forests for the Lumberjack, too. And of course, the mana is better than it seems, because we're like not including Once Upon a Time in the count. Or the Mana Dorks. Pretty excited about it. You're so tired of dieting. You got 8 more pounds to go before Burning Man. It's cool seeing the scale go down. It is cool seeing the scale go down. You're not wrong. Eat some jars of mayo. There's a survival show I watch called Alone, and something they'll do to bulk up. They'll find out that they're going to be on the show like a month out, so they have like a month to bulk up, and they do crazy shit. They just start like drinking olive oil and just like add that fat on. Have I just been dieting or getting active? I started getting active before I started dieting, Rexcat. I started getting active right at the start of the year. Started landscaping and gardening and stuff. Moving a lot of wood chips. I'm definitely in way better shape than I was last year. And last year I was in way better shape than I was the year before. It's been going well. Getting my endurance back up. You had a friend that took olive oil when he went backpacking just in case things got dire. Huh. Olive oil is just like pretty good to have while backpacking, I think. You can put it in like one of those little shampoo bottles. Sounds like my back problems would have improved. Yeah. Yeah, that was a big part of it, Ainvar, was going to physical therapy, getting my back problems under control, getting stretches, getting more active, doing a lot of hikes. And now I can actually just be physically active. It's wild. Physical therapy is fucking magic. Land drop Scythe Cub. Not telegraphing anything here. Movement is medicine? Absolutely. Yeah, cheers, Einvar. Yeah, you got me. Oh, that's a fucking bummer, Tim the Enchanter. It could be the physical therapist. I've just like never had an issue with any physical therapist I've been to. They've all been like super knowledgeable and helpful and stuff. It is possible that you had an issue that needed something else. Who knows, hum? So I'm going to miscalc here just so that they can't activate the sneak attack. So we can bolt them down to 4 and ping them down to 3. Well, let's draw our 3 cards. Could find an... We do have a disenchant for the sneak. Alright, let's see what they got to sneak in, huh? Tali's pretty good. Thoughts on Tool? I like Tool fine. They got my Minskin Boo. That's rude. Well, I guess I would rather they had my Minskin Boo than a Broadside Bombardier here. Huck the Atali for 9 damage. Absolutely, Emily. I wonder why they didn't flash back the Lingering Souls. Maybe they got some 5-mana spell. If the Ren and 6 had pinged... Oh, but then I wouldn't have this Wooded Foothills handy. I could double bolt the Minskin Boo and not have that to deal with. That's kind of real. Take the free attack first. You could. I'm not sure what I'm going to draw off this FOMO. A third by fetching in response. Maybe like put the Spring Heart and have 2 Nantuko triggers on the stack, and then you let one resolve pay and get the loot, activate, and then when the next one resolves. No, it's worded that doesn't work. I think You may pay 2 green if this permanent is attached to a creature you control. Yeah, it wouldn't resolve right, I don't think. Sure. I don't get it. Yeah, maybe I should have drawn 3 first, and then used the fear to untap it to attack it. Hell yeah. Interesting little game there. A lot of us staring at each other in the middle. I kind of feel like they might be playing black to reanimate things. I feel like the curator should be in. I don't know what to cut. Light shatter, maybe. Let's try that. A little better than Guy's Cradle here. Maybe I'm supposed to bin that, and then just like run and 6 it back next turn. Be a card deeper. Well, at least we don't have that sneak attack to deal with. Maybe they'll have an answer to their own Lelia. Emrakul. Not loving my odds here. You got tickets to see Nothing More later? I don't know. I don't even think I'm familiar. What kind of genre is that? Hard rock / prog. Cool. Hmm. Hmm. Close to working something there. Like you find the blue card for the Force of Will, and then you can untap, bolt their face, Nantuko, bolt their face again, run in 6 ping, I guess. Sure. Well, they don't have a Fiery Confluence on top of their deck. Means I think I'm just dead. You had hopes for Lilian Marin? Is she not good enough or what? She shows up in Legacy sometimes, the Moon deck. Well, hopefully this thing on the play does something, because the hand does not have much else going on. You haven't seen her played? You had hopes for her and then didn't even try her out? Yeah, you still see her in lists, though, Zydrath, even in modern day times. Oh, well, if Spike tried her once. Hey, Bardaboos, thanks for giving a sub to Carnival Mention. Congrats, Carnival. You played her in Value Vintage a good bit? Oh, she seems fantastic there, huh? Cheap and powerful. Yeah, Spike does a good job of testing out like everything under the sun and coming up with sweet brews and decks and such. But I don't think he's a reason to be lazy. Wow, that was a good draw. Is mostly what I'm getting at. Wasteland would be sick against this here mana base here. I guess we try to block, just get rocked by a removal spell here. I mean, the other line is we deal them 4 damage. Not really worth a Minskin Boo, For sure, Tim. I just wanted to be clear. I was not, like, sneering at Spike, right? Could see someone misconstruing that. Sarcasm, internet, etc. Very excited that this trade is happening. Minskin Boo, much better than Broadside this game, huh? Broadside just would have had 2-2. Discarding 2 lands to the Hymn to Trock, yeah, and then ripping the Ren immediately. That was filthy. That was so good. Giving up on the Ren and 6 here. Could have Spring Hearted and then sacked. So, like, I'm killing the Spirit Token to save the Ren and then drawing 2. 5 is so much more damage than 2 damage, though. Yeah, you got it. Looking pretty good. You missed the high power cube. They had less win day. They're bringing it back at some point this year, Cobb. I don't really miss it. I like kind of burnt out on that one. The initiative races, battles, and Time Vault like got pretty old pretty quick. But that said, I do like cube variety. So I'll take what I can get. I mean, kind of a shit hand, huh? A little bit better on the play. You got the FOMO to loot. I'll send it back. Hey. Another Supreme Cube with dupes, right? Wouldn't that be fun? It was kind of a bummer that they couldn't get dupes to work again. They like tried and it failed, and then they had to like relist it without dupes. I assume that's like part of why they haven't brought that back. Wait, do I just get a 0 off this? I just get a 0 mana off this, right? Yeah, that's fine. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, hold the fort. I need 2 mana spell at all. You do get 2, really? With kicker? Kicker adds to the mana value? I don't think it does. I think it's 0, yeah. Kind of hate this. Into Witness, rebuy the Time Walk? Sure. Rude, very rude. Better not see Blue Source Tameo rebuy Time Walk here. Opponent? Oh, Chariot, sure. Oh, card's great. Chump. Most folks don't recommend chumping when you're at like 20 life. So you could ping the cat token. I think what I want to do is try and take out the chariot. Now they're blocking because now they're chumping because 6 is half their life total. It's good to chump before your opponent's repping lethal. That way you don't die to some random removal spell or whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, the Shadow Spear is mostly in here for Nadu, but this is clearly good, huh? And Questing Beast Trample, also not bad. Awesome. Yeah, so they had a scary little Time Walk chain and then ran out of juice. Terra Sunder ended up hitting a 2-mana artifact, but they have the cat card in there too, so I think it stays in. Might slow them down a little bit. I think the Cutter is going to come in. Yeah, actually, maybe Canker Bloom is better than Terra Sunder, and maybe Cutter is better than... I don't know. Oh, it's got Ragavan on the draw. Just not very likely to get in is all. And then hopefully Curator helps me stop Time Walk chains. A lot of our game wins have been from loot. Yeah, I mean, we've been drawing loot and a bunch of mana. So that's what we've had to win with. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Greg. Thanks for the saw. Thanks for 20 months. Oh, shit. What up? How you been, Greg? Hope life is good. Hope you're happy and healthy. Do we just get this bear rolling? Let's just get this bear rolling, huh? Oh, I shouldn't have played this now. The bear's just gonna mill it. I guess I'll bin it then. That was foolish, huh? Just got back from an extended family union. Nice. I'm having something sort of like that. I'm getting married pretty soon right at the start of next month. And gonna see a lot of family members I haven't seen in a while. And meet a lot of people that I have not met yet. How much are tickets to the wedding? How much you got? An unemployed artist offering me arts. Art's pretty valuable. Am I streaming on my wedding day? I am. I'm doing a 365. So the morning of the wedding, I'm just going to do a hype stream. Be like 1 hour. Probably have a guest or two. Am I going to be suited up? I am not wearing a suit. Yeah, the wedding's right on a lake, so if I don't get in the water at some point, I'll be disappointed. I'm certainly not getting in the water in a suit. Hot diggity. This deck's churning along. Yeah, all that comes into play tapped lands are pretty slow, but the hand here is powerful. I think we keep this against an unknown opponent. And hopefully we can surveil into some untapped lands, huh? Suits are worse than chainmail in water. Yeah, right? Well, I was hoping they would have a slow start, and oh Oh shit, what up? Hey, Matt Williams, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 69 months. Nice. You're required to say that it's a nice time being subbed to me? Hell yeah. One cool thing about that land on top is if we get to sack something to this lumberjack, it'll come into play untapped. So we'll end up with quite a lot of mana next turn. But yeah, I'll be very surprised if someone took a photo of the wedding and had to choose and had to figure out who the groom was. I think they're gonna have a rough time. I'll be surprised if I'm the nicest dressed person there. Extremely unlikely. I told everybody that like a t-shirt over a swimsuit was fine. It's like not a fancy wedding, but there'll be good cake, good food, good vibes. So if I loot and then you use loot for mana, I could also Minsc and Boo this turn. Kind of like the idea of Terra Sundering the Mox. Just slow them down. Very possible I'm just supposed to be playing the Nadu there. Do folks count Mana Crypt as a land when building for Vintage Cube? They do, yeah. If you count your artifacts as or if your artifact accelerants as spells, your 0 mana ones, then like you tend to flood a little bit. One nice thing about the Minsc and Boo play is like even if they path my Boo to get in, they don't clear the Minsc and Boo. Suppose I'll use this mana. And we just have this bolt. I think we should chill on it. Yeah, this game's definitely been the lumberjacking show, huh? Two card types in the bin. Trying to keep track of that for FOMO. Yes, the reason to not pump loot is the lack of trample. It's a pretty good reason. Three card types in the bin. Alright. The threat of the 3 damage might be worth more than the actual activation here. I'm gonna do it anyway. Fuck, huh? So Shadow Spear's been pretty good. Cool. Yeah, I feel like that Lumberjack really just fucking got me back into it. Almost by its lonesome there. I'm gonna cut Ragavan here and Miscalc. Bring Amped Raptor and Curator. Or no, let's play Canker Bloom over Curator. I think the Wasteland maybe should have come out. I think I might regret my decision of pitchable there. Like, if I had pitched the Mana Drain, then I'd be keeping that Dork on top and just run it out and set up for the Nadu. Yeah, I'd feel way better about this if I had Mana Drain up this turn. We also like didn't see a non-basic in game 1. Would have been good to bring out the Wasteland for another island. Whereas if you have the Drain up here, if you get a Drain and then untap, play something awesome. Interesting. I bet there enters a Saga deck. That's what I bet. I think we just have to play out the Nadu next turn and hope that they don't have a clean answer. Maybe the Sentinel is better in that case. Just loot it away, get lost, okay. But this Mana Drain's still gonna be in my hand when the game ends. If we had an untapped land here, we could do like Nadu and then activate the map token. Could be a good turn. Interesting. Very heavily implying a burn spell. It's Flayed, sure. I've tapped mana before, I promise. Nice. Can you say something? You absolutely can. Unless it's about wanting to fuck the bird. It bothers you that the cards are backwards in that emote? Well, get over it, I guess. Or die mad about it. You actually have that choice. Yeah, that second one's probably better. Yeah, why would anybody get over it? You're certainly getting over things. Well done. Oh shit, what up? Hey, the Dark Lord, Ragnar, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 57 months there. Appreciate it. Dark Lord says, you know, you're the first streamer I ever subbed to on Twitch. I feel old. Yeah? How do I feel? Narset versus Palantir does not work the way you wanted. I assume that you were the Narset player. Yeah, the first time you make that mistake, it's not one you're going to repeat. Real interesting game here, win or lose. Yeah, I agree with them, hitting the loot here over the Nadu. Making the 6 me down to 5. Oh, and they exiled their own Flage. The Tersa just straight up exiled their Flage. So now I don't have to worry about that. That's very funny to me. Well, maybe I can find an untapped green source here. Oh, it's the Sentinel. Why can't you choose to make them draw? Because they can't draw. So you can't choose to make someone do that. Obviously. What if I just straight up don't attack? I just chill for a turn. I'm only at 5. Guess I gotta do this. I was hoping to kill the Palantir this turn, but... Vomit. They just get lost. Well, I have to block this one, because otherwise I take 5. Oh, they had a thing leave the graveyard? Oh, the Tersa. Okay, fair enough. We're taking 2 anyway. Might as well mill them. Alright, on the play, I'm going to bring Ragavan back in. And even though they've got anti-counter cards, I'm going to bring Miscalc back in. Cut the Ursine, I guess. It's a good card, but it's not a very good blocker. Oh, right, I meant to cut the Wasteland. Okay, this is fine. The way we'll make the Wasteland work is we just won't draw it. No, my thing. Ooh. Would have been real sexy if the Lumberjack had lived. Now I'm feeling foolish for looting my second green source away. If we hit any untapped land here, the Terrasug, or I guess we would Plague first, huh? Plague just straight up draws 2. Come on, land. Come on. Nice. I wonder if I was supposed to Sentinel this turn. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Morissette thinks the $4.20. What round is this? Oh shit, this is the finals? This is the game 3 of the finals? Y'all are showing up at the most exciting time. I'm not gonna let the FOMO get in, so they're getting in for 5 here. Although we can block it on the second attack. Or I guess it doesn't matter which attack. Just so long as we only block it once. Slot map tokens. Nice. Okie dokie. Interesting. Nice play. Hitting an artifact there so that the plunder deals one less. Yeah. Interesting. If we can survive this turn, then loot comes on board and kills the generous plunder. That'd be kind of nice. Look at their graveyard. It's just like all removal spells. Not a comforting spot if the spirit's still serving. They can Flage and rebuy Flage, which is not enough to kill me. Just put me to 2. Maybe they're hoping that the Palantir finishes me off. Or that the Flage and the life gain is enough that I can't attack for the win here. Well, they do get to draw a card here. Hot diggity. And then I was gonna do the loot toughness. So it would have been 10 lifelink trample there. Phew. That was a sick match, huh? I had so many removal spells. Yeah, back-to-back trophies there. Loot MVP? Loot definitely the MVP, yeah. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.